Hello again. I'd like to continue this conversation about our wonderful lungs by moving into what they do, which is they make us breathe. And that is essential to being in body, as we all know. And first and the last thing that we do in life is to take our first breath and our last breath. And so it's very symbolic on many different levels. But most of us breathe very lightly. Little babies breathe very, very lightly into their bronchial. They don't breathe down into the full capacity of the lungs. I'd like to talk about that. Did you know that you have two lobes on the left side of your left lung has two lobes because your heart's pushing up on it. And on the right side, you have three lobes. And each lobe functions very differently than the others in terms of how the rib cage moves and the depth of breath. You know that singers and people who are using breath for healing will breathe right down into their bellies. And that's how they can sing a note for so long, because they breathe way down. They're breathing down actually, as we say, down into the belly, but which means that they're breathing down into the lower lobes. So I'm going to show you some mudras. A mudra is a position of the hands. You know what they are. You've seen dancers in the East do them. You've seen the Dalai Lama and people in India make this mudra, the mudra Buddha, because when you put your fingers together in a certain way, it influences the flow of nerve innervation from the brain through the body, and also the innervation of energies around our nervous system, around our bodies as well. So we're going to begin with the lower lobes, and so that if you need to learn to breathe deeply, we're going to do a mudra that will cause your ribs to go straight up and down like a channel, like this. This is how you do it. You put these two together like little eyes, and then these fingers are open. And if you're sitting, watching television or something, you can put them in your groin, which makes a connection. Now, try this now, wherever your hands are, and now breathe deeply. And what you want to do is watch your rib cage. Can you see that your rib cage moves straight up and down? Straight up and down. And that will help you to breathe down into your lower lobes of your lungs. This next position is the same. It's the middle lobe, and that's where we get pneumonia. That's where smokers get into trouble. So this is a very, very important one for what's going on in the world today. It can really help you. This one, which was taught to me by a great Ayurvedic professor, Dr. Vincent Ladd, in Ayurvedic medicine, and it saved my life once when I had triple pneumonia. So this is the lower, this is the middle lobe, like this. Put it down, and now, as you breathe, watch your rib cage. Breathe deeply. Notice that your rib cage will go out. It will move laterally, like a frog. Feel that? That's activating, and it can also heal any lesions in the middle lobe of your lungs. And then the last one is the bronchial area, like little children. And what you do with that is you grab your thumbs and hold your thumbs with your fists, turned with your fists down, like this. And now breathe. You'll notice that it's very hard to breathe very deeply. So you can control your breath and what you need to touch on. If you do all three of these, you will really, really help your lungs. See how perfect that is. Now, the last thing is, how do we become calm with our breathing? People always say, breathe deeply and calm down. I'm going to tell you something really incredible. When you breathe in, it activates your sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight. You do that when you're frightened. You're breathing in. But when you breathe out, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which says everything is fine. Triggers your vagus nerve. Everything is fine. You can eat. So let's breathe in, and then through your mouth make a sound, breathe out, everything's fine. And once again, breathe in and breathe out. Everything is fine. Trust your body, trust yourself. Until next time.